Welcome to another episode of our mission at building the ultimate 79 series Land Cruiser. We've been through canopies, draw systems, and now we're at the point where we can take it to a whole nother level. Today we're going to be looking at the Bushtec X Series tray and canopy. This is a seriously impressive setup. I've been using it on my Hilux and have put it through some serious abuse over the past couple years, and we've done some awesome development up to this point. So right now this tray and canopy package is sitting at a really nice spot. There's loads of accessories, there's loads of really cool features, and today's goal is to basically have a little walk around here and show you everything that Bushtec has been up to when it comes to their tray and canopy package. So the tray is obviously quite a big statement on the vehicle. You've got to remove your whole load bed and replace it with this. So in that, what you're going to gain is you're going to get in the actual tray bed itself, there is an integrated 75-litre water tank. You've got two of these large storage cupboards, one on either side. You've also got the trundle drawer on the back. There's a rear bumper with recovery points and a tow bar. You can also then spec up to do your spare wheel carriers, one or two, and then you've got like your stuff like your ladder. You've got central locking or non-central locking. There's loads of different options of how you want to configure it, and it's quite a nice way to be able to customize your vehicle and let it stand out from the crowd. Now when we move inside, this is where all the magic happens, because there is loads of space inside here, and this is where you're going to be able to fit it out with drawer systems and pantries and stand-up fridges or chest fridges or slides or whatever you want to do. Your imagination can run wild. You can also just get this tray and canopy and have it empty and go wild on your own. You can also then add in these amazing drawers and stuff, so everything locks in and locks out, so it's all super secure. You don't have any of your cargo sliding around and stuff and potentially causing any damage. You've got a nice little convenient slide out table over here, and that and the drawer work separately. It's a really nice system, very nice to use. You've also got nice little pantry units, so if you want to keep your spices or your pots and pans and plates and bowls and cups. You can also leave this open if you want. You don't have to use a pantry, but it's just nice to show you everything that there is. One of my favorite things about the tray system is that there's space to sort of put stuff, you know. So when you are in your drawer, you can put something here, you can put something on the table. You know, you're not doing the juggle with a traditional drawer system where you're moving one thing from the one side to the other and back to the other and back. There's a lot of space where you can just take something out, put it there. This drawer doesn't have to go back in. When you're at camp and you set up, you can really use all of your space. You can use everything. You're not juggling everything around all the time. So that is very nice. And you can see how everything just works, slides beautifully. And also the idea for one-hand operation, to be able to open everything. You might have something in your hand and you need a table. You want to be able to pull out the table pretty easily. Now, this canopy is set up with insulation just to help maintain the temperatures inside the canopy, helps the fridge run more efficiently, and helps your batteries and stuff operate better. There's also lighting and stuff in here, which can be switched on from the entire 12-volt electrical system over there, which I'll show you right now. So on this side of the tray and canopy, you've got a massive drawer This drawer comes in 3 different sizes. So you can get the extra large, a large and a medium size. And that'll depend on which fridge configuration you've got. So if you're using a stand-up fridge like the Dometic in here, you can get this huge drawer. If you're using something like a 60 litre or 90 litre chest fridge, you're obviously going to have to opt for a smaller drawer because the fridge is longer. So that's something to bear in mind. Your storage space on top of here is also huge. So you can fit like 2 ammo boxes lengthways quite comfortably on here, and you can stack that up basically 2 high on either side. So it's a lot of space. Now the 12-volt system in here, that's where we can power all the lights and stuff. And you've got water pumps, air compressors, your fridges, inverters, all sorts of stuff runs through this Redarc system over here. It's all in one, no fuss, have the best 12-volt system on the market in your vehicle in one shot. Now, to power all of this, you need batteries, and the batteries are stored in this little storage cubby here. So behind all of this gear, there's 2 200 amp hour batteries, and that all just gets eaten up in the space. The tray really has, a lot of room and gives you the ability to scale up quite a lot on a lot of these systems that we are, typically have in our 4x4s, and that means you can stay off-grid longer and you've got much more comfort at the same time. Now, looking at this, you've got massive height. On the Hilux, you've got a bit less height because the Hilux is a slightly lower vehicle, so you don't have as big doors and you don't have as much vertical height. The Cruiser is also more boxy in shape, so the Hilux's canopy narrows in a little bit more, but on the Land Cruiser, it really is the ultimate because you've got huge height and you've got width in the canopy, so your storage space in here is even crazier. On the 79 series, this storage box also houses your fuel filler and a water pump. That water pump is obviously linked to the 75 litre water tank, and that 75 litre water tank is linked to the Red Vision system so that you can monitor your water tank levels on your trip, which is pretty damn awesome. With this tray, you can also fit your sliding table, and on the Land Cruiser, I believe you can have 2 of them. And you also have all your outputs for solar and 12 volt. So all of that comes standard. You also have your lighting package, which we've opted for the red and white touch lights. So those are really nice. And again, yeah, that's all operated from the Red Vision. The Red Vision you also can operate on your phone. So you can bring all of that into your tent at night with you if you want and switch things on and off. You don't have to get out and run to the vehicle if you forgot something on, which is pretty cool. So over on the back of the tray, you've got the ability to take 2 massive spare wheels. With this, you've got your ladder, so you can climb up and access the roof of the canopy or your rooftop tent. Very simple operation. You've got 2 really strong latches on either side. This then drops down and you can easily climb up. It's super strong. I've been using mine for 120 days out in the bush, and this one is even stronger than that. So it's pretty amazing to see how each step of development, the products just get better and better, they operate better and look better. So this is really cool to close it up. Again, it's just very simple, just latch up. Now, say you get a puncture and you need to access your tires. So this is where this is quite a nice addition to the whole setup that Bushtec have done recently, and that is the ability to easily drop the entire ladder down, and you've got easy access to your 2 spare tires. What's nice with this little plate, it's very easy to load up your tire. There is actually a brace underneath here, a little carrier that holds the tire and takes the weight, and all this point does here is basically pull the tire in and secure it. There's no trying to just line it up perfectly or anything. Put the tire up, it's big enough to go in there. This whole big washer basically goes over and tightens everything down. So I've done a few tire changes on mine and it works like a treat. It's really, really nice. So this is the AC inlet over here. This will basically be able to charge up your batteries from the grid, either through the Victron 2000 watt inverter or through the Redox system on the Manager 30, depending on how you have your system set up. Underneath the ladder, you've got the trundle drawer. I sort of call this the garage. This is where the tools and the spares and all the little things go, extension cables and stuff that you just need in a pickle that you don't want to have to go and dig through all your food and clothing and everything to get to. So this is a really nice, really nice thing to have on the tray. There are your two water outlets at the bottom. You've got pressurized water over here for having a shower or doing your dishes, and then you've got a gravity feed over here if you just need to fill up a bucket or something like that to wash your hands. So you also have your rear tow bar on the back, and that'll give you 2 recovery points bolted directly to the chassis. Super strong, but still quite lightweight. You've got LED brake lights on the back, so that'll be LED brake lights, indicators, reverse lights. They work like an absolute treat. There are also the addition of a few little rock lights on the back, so there's a light at every wheel, and there's a little light underneath here. So you can see that if you want to light up your camp and stuff at night, you've got that. So it's really a nice setup. On the top of the canopy, you also can fit load bars and anything that you could typically put on a normal Bushtec canopy, you can put straight onto the top of the tray. So the Bushtec X-Series tray is designed and engineered for overlanding specifically. This is not the type of canopy that you would remove from your tray. The whole point of designing a system that's all-in-one and integrated is that you get the best balance between strength and it still being lightweight. And you think, surely this can't be that lightweight. Well, when you actually compare it to having the standard tub and then putting a canopy on top of that, you actually come in pretty close. The thing that changes and sort of skews the weight a little bit is just how much more volume you have inside to store things. And that's what becomes quite fun when you look at it from an overlanding perspective of how you pack your vehicle to get out and have amazing adventures. Now, if you wanted to go crazy and you wanted to have a stand-up fridge like this, which is a 135 litre stand-up fridge, and then have a 90 litre fridge separate to that, you can also remove the back seats and put a platform in there, which Bushtec have, which has got nice tow down points and it secures nicely in there. And you can fit like a 90 litre National Luna or Engel or whatever in the back there and have that as a big deep freeze and store a whole bunch of extra stuff in there if you're just 2 passengers. There's a bunch of other configurations that you can do with this tray, and this is just sort of the one that we've really been enjoying the most. And I have basically the same setup in my Hilux. So what we'll do is in a separate video, we're going to run through the 3 different configurations and you can pick what you think works best for you. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. I really hope you got some good perspective of everything that goes on this tray, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.